Welcome back to another episode of NaytonTech. Today we're going to be going over the Aukey KM-G6 mechanical gaming keyboard. This is a wired keyboard. It has the Cherry MX Blue mechanical switches. It is 104 keys. It does have 6 colors, but they are one color per row of keys. So each row has its own color. It has 8 presets for different color modes, some for gaming, some for more flair. It does have 2 memory slots that you can program your own for what keys you want on or off for a specific game or whatnot. There is no software to program this. You actually have to do it all from the keyboard, and we'll go over that when I get into a slightly darker room where you can actually see the keys. I've got a little bit too much lighting here, so it kind of dims these out. It does have, across the top here, it's got all of your function keys, you know, like calculator, play, pause, stop, volume, whatnot, and you use the FN key here, coupled with whichever one of these you want to do that function. That's pretty much it. It actually has a little bit of a weight to it, so it's not going to be flying around and moving around on you a lot. It has risers on the back. I actually have some nice, grippy rubber on it, which is good. 2 more rubber pieces here. You can hear those switches. These are fairly loud switches, at least to me. I'm comparing to your normal, keyboards that we have at work. Just your standard, HP keyboards. I've got a couple Logitech. What was the model? I think it's an M520 or a K520. Real flat keyboard. Those are pretty quiet. And then I've got my Logitech G910 that I use for gaming here at home. Definitely not as loud as this. The feel is almost a little better with these. You get a little more tactile feel back, from the keys. The volume is probably a little more than what I personally would prefer. I will be doing a live review on this on my Twitch channel. I will post that below. Doing some gaming hopefully this weekend, where I'll be actually reviewing this as well, kind of live, how I feel about it, how it responds to some of the games, or the game that I will be playing. So if you guys are interested in that, I will post it below. Let's go ahead and let's see, actually, what's in the box. Obviously you get the keyboard. There are some holders for the keyboard. Hold it pretty nicely so it doesn't move around a lot. You get your Aukey warranty card. You'll get one of these, and these are a little kind of a key card. You get this in all the Aukey products that you purchase. This has a 12-month warranty on it. Get your user manual. And now this will explain what each one of those, what all your function keys are. And there's some that aren't labeled. Like I believe function up and down, for example, changes the brightness of the LEDs. So, and like left and right will change the speed, but that's not, there's nothing on these arrow keys except for your arrows. So there are functions on this keyboard that don't show up on here. You will want to look at the instruction manual for it. It also shows you how to, or explains to you how to program it. And let's see what some of these lighting modes were real quick, because I remember seeing those. If I can find them here. Different languages. That's not what I wanted. My dog is trying to jump up through the window here. Apparently he wants in the video. Oh, here we go. It's at the bottom of this. So, like function 1, or your lighting effect 1, is going to be your first-person shooter. 3 is Call of Duty. 4 is a real-time strategy. 6 is a car lighting effect, NBA, another LOL lighting effect. So a couple of them are going to be more for show. You hit a key and I remember one of them, you hit a key and it starts from there and kind of, rainbows out. So we will, let's go get this in a darker room so we can take a peek at how those LEDs look. Almost forgot. It also comes with a tool. See if I can get it to focus on a little bit, to remove or change your keys. This is kind of a standard with the Cherry MX switches. You can remove the keys easy. Just push down pull up if you don't want your L key anymore, like what I just removed. And you can see here, there's that Cherry MX Blue switch inside there. So this is nice. It actually comes wrapped up on the key, or on the your USB cable with a thing of Velcro, so it's built in there. That's all that's in the box. Now we'll hop over and get to all the lighting effects. Alright, I've got this set up in a darker room so we can actually see the lighting effects that come on it. I've got it just hooked up to a laptop over here to the side. Hopefully this isn't too flary for you. We'll go through. This is kind of your standard everything on, and as you can see, each row got blue, purple, green, red, kind of a pink, and then a red again here on the bottom. These are not changeable. They're set per key. So we're going to go through some of just your standard modes. That's an FN and then the insert key here. So this one lights up each key that you hit, has a couple second delay and then turns off. This one is kind of a breathing effect for all the keys. Doesn't change anything when you hit the keys. This would be your game mode, WASD, arrow key is lit up, and then also there's FN 1 through 8 will give you some of your different gaming modes. We're going to go through just the standard kind of flare modes. This one here kind of goes left, right, fills up with different lights there, and this one doesn't seem to be too terribly bright either. It has a little bit of a fade to it. Full all at the same time. In. So it makes a full circle. Stops on the O key, and I believe it just cycles through that whole. Oh, no, it goes to a different. Makes a full loop around. Kind of just repeats. Nice wave. This one, every time you hit a key, kind of has a wave that goes out. And it goes back to your full everything on. FN 1, 2, 3, these just light up a few of your different gaming modes. Now the 9 and 10, if you highlight that, so I'm going to do 9, nothing's on. Then you hit FN and home, and you can program what keys you want. Then you hit FN and S to save it. So we'll go back to 1, that's 1, and then we go back to 9, which is the one I just made, and it saves those. You can program it again. And if I just want those, I'm not going to use U. So I program that for, let's say, a game that I want. Hold the FN key, save, and actually the FN key stayed on that one. That's okay. Now if I go to 2 and then back to 9, the one I made, it saved it the way I want. So those are the two programmable. 9 and 10 are programmable to whatever keys you want on for a game that you're playing. The last thing that I wanted to go over or compare was just how the Cherry MX Blue switches compare to the Logitech G-Roamer key keys. So I'm just going to do, I've got my little lapel mic that I always use for sound testing, whether it's speakers or whatnot. And I'm going to go ahead and hold that close to each one of the keyboards and hit some of the keys so you guys can get a really good, really good feel for what they sound like when typing. This would be the Logitech. And then here is the Aukey. So there's definitely a noticeable difference in volume. As far as feel goes, there's definitely a better feel, I think, or more noticeable, actuation of the key with the Cherry MX switches on this Aukey keyboard. Probably a little bit more resistance pushing down on these than the Romer keys, but the Romer keys are more, you can't really feel that engagement point like you can with most of the Cherry MX switches. So overall, I mean, it comes down to preference. What you like as far as volume goes, what you like as far as feel goes. I think the feel on these is a little bit better than the Romer, but where I've got usually a couple other people in the room with me when I'm playing or whatnot, as far as volume goes, I think I like the Logitech a little bit more. But the build quality on this is amazing. It actually has less flex than if you actually pick the keyboard up. This is a lot sturdier. The build quality is very solid. The weight's about the same on the two. So overall, I mean, for the $40 or $45, I believe that it is on Amazon, it's a great buy for a mechanical keyboard. If you're looking for one, you can't go wrong with the Cherry MX switches. They are amazing switches for gaming. If you like this review, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time.